Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly focused on yourself? I mean, really focused. Not just surviving the day, not just doing what's expected of you, but investing your energy into your own growth, your dreams, and the life you've always imagined. If that question stings a little, it should. Because most people spend their lives chasing the approval of others or trying to meet society's expectations while their own dreams sit quietly in the shadows. Here's the truth: nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to hand you the life you deserve. And that's the best news you'll hear today. Why? Because it means you have the power to take control. You have the power to rewrite your story, to stop waiting for permission, and to start becoming the person you were always meant to be. In this video, we're going to dive deep into what it means to focus on yourself and your dreams. You'll discover why self-focus isn't selfish, it's necessary. You'll learn how to silence the noise around you, tune into your inner voice, and build the kind of life that makes you excited to wake up every single day. But let me warn you, this journey isn't for the faint of heart. It's going to take courage to step away from the opinions of others, to say no to distractions, and to face your own fears head on. Because the truth is, chasing your dreams is going to hurt sometimes. It's going to stretch you, challenge you, and force you to confront parts of yourself you'd rather ignore. But here's the catch: it's worth it. Every single bit of it. So stay with me until the end of this video, because we're not just talking about cliches and feel-good advice. You're going to hear things that will shake you, challenge you, and wake you up to the reality that your life, your one precious life, is slipping by. The world doesn't need another person who's stuck in the cycle of comparison and procrastination. The world needs you fully alive, fully focused, and completely unstoppable. And the only way to get there is to start putting yourself first, to stop apologizing for dreaming big, and to stop letting other people define your worth. If you've ever felt like you're stuck, like you're not living up to your potential, or like you're constantly running out of time, this is your wake-up call. This is your moment to take back control, to start focusing on you, and to start building a life that feels as good on the inside as it looks on the outside. So get ready, because by the time this video ends, you'll have the tools, the mindset, and the fire to stop standing on the sidelines of your own life. The question isn't, can you do it? The question is, will you? Will you finally step up, tune out the noise, and focus on what truly matters: your dreams and your future? Let's begin. To focus on oneself means directing your energy, time, and attention toward your own growth, well-being, and goals. It's about understanding who you are, what you need, and what truly matters to you. It's about taking responsibility for your life and being intentional about how you live it. Focusing on yourself doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world or ignoring others. It means prioritizing your personal development so you can show up as the best version of yourself, not just for you, but for the people around you. But let's get one thing clear: focusing on yourself is not the same as being selfish. Self-focus is rooted in growth and self-awareness, while selfishness is driven by a disregard for others. When you focus on yourself, you're not dismissing the needs of the people in your life. You're simply recognizing that in order to give your best, you have to be your best. Think of it like filling your own cup first. You can't pour into anyone else if you're running on empty. Self-focus is about creating boundaries that protect your time and energy, not because you don't care about others, but because you care enough about your own well-being to ensure you're operating at your full capacity. Selfishness, on the other hand, takes without giving. It's a mindset that says, I come first and nothing else matters. That's not what self-focus is. Self-focus says, I matter too. And when I take care of myself, I can bring more value to my relationships, my work, in the world. It's also important to understand that self-focus isn't a one-time thing. It's a continuous process of checking in with yourself, listening to your needs, and making adjustments when necessary. It's about recognizing when you're spreading yourself too thin, or when you're letting the opinions of others dictate your decisions. Self-focus gives you the clarity to align your actions with your values, instead of being pulled in every direction by external demands. Some people might misunderstand your self-focus as selfishness, and that's okay. It's not your job to explain yourself to everyone. What matters is that you know the difference. You know that taking time to work on your dreams, your mental health, and your happiness is not an act of selfishness. It's an act of self-respect. And when you respect yourself, you set a standard for how others should treat you. Focusing on yourself also means being honest with yourself. It means confronting the habits, thoughts, and patterns that aren't serving you and having the courage to change them. It's about doing the hard work of self-reflection, even when it's uncomfortable. Because true self-focus isn't just about achieving goals or ticking off boxes. It's about becoming deeply connected to who you are and living in alignment with that truth. When you focus on yourself, you unlock your potential. You give yourself permission to dream bigger, work harder, and aim higher. You stop waiting for validation from others and start building a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. It's not selfish, it's necessary. Believing in your abilities is the foundation of everything you will ever achieve. It's the quiet confidence that tells you, yes, I can do this, even when the odds seem stacked against you. Without self-belief, you hesitate, second-guess yourself, and miss opportunities that could have changed your life. But when you truly believe in what you're capable of, you move differently. You take risks, step out of your comfort zone, and push through the fear that holds so many people back. This kind of belief doesn't mean you'll always know what you're doing or that you'll never fail. It means you trust yourself to figure it out along the way. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. And that's where so many people get stuck. They think they need to feel 100% ready before they take action. But the truth is, you'll never feel completely ready. Confidence comes from doing, not waiting. Mel Robbins, a renowned motivational speaker, talks about this in her concept of taking decisive action despite discomfort. She explains that our brains are wired to avoid anything that feels uncertain or challenging, but that's exactly where growth happens. When you let fear or hesitation stop you, you're reinforcing the belief that you're not capable. But when you act even when it's uncomfortable, you're training your mind to trust yourself. One of Mel's most powerful tools is the 5-second rule. It's simple but life-changing. The moment you have an instinct to act on a goal or make a decision, you count down from 5 minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and move. Why does this work? Because it interrupts your brain's habit of overthinking and gives you just enough time to shift into action before doubt creeps in. It's a way of hacking your own mind to bypass fear and self-doubt. Believing in yourself doesn't mean you'll always feel confident. It means you act in spite of the fear. It's about building the courage to take the first step, even when you're unsure of the outcome. Robbins emphasizes that courage isn't a feeling, it's a decision. It's choosing to show up, to try, and to take when your socks are seething, your heart is racing. Every time you push yourself to act despite discomfort, you're strengthening your self-belief. You're proving to yourself that you're capable of handling challenges even when they scare you. And the more you do this, the more your confidence grows. It's a cycle. Belief fuels action, and action reinforces belief. The key is understanding that discomfort isn't a signal to stop, it's a signal to keep going. That discomfort is the space where growth happens. It's where you learn, adapt, and become stronger. When you stop running from it and start embracing it, you unlock a version of yourself that you never knew existed. Believing in yourself and taking decisive action isn't just about achieving goals, it's about becoming someone who trusts their own potential. And that is one of the most powerful things you can ever give yourself. One of the biggest obstacles to personal growth is the weight of others' opinions. From a young age, we're conditioned to seek approval, to fit in, to avoid judgment, and to meet the expectations of the people around us. But here's the truth. The more you allow others' opinions to dictate your choices, the further you drift from your own path. You begin to live a life built on their standards, not your own dreams. And when you do that, you lose sight of who you are and what truly matters to you. It's natural to care about what people think. After all, we're social beings. But when their opinions start to control you, it becomes a prison. You hesitate to take risks because you're afraid of being judged. You avoid pursuing your passions because someone might disapprove. You hold back your potential because you're too focused on being liked or fitting into someone else's idea of who you should be. This mindset stifles growth and keeps you stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and fear. Mel Robbins addresses this struggle head-on with her let them theory. It's a simple yet transformative concept that shifts your focus away from trying to control others and toward reclaiming your power. The idea is this: let them think what they want. Let them criticize. Let them misunderstand you. Let them have their opinions. Because at the end of the day, what other people think about you is none of your business. When you adopt the let them mindset, you free yourself from the exhausting need to please everyone. You stop wasting energy trying to change how others perceive you and start redirecting that energy into your own growth. Robbins emphasizes that you can't control what people say or think, but you can control how you respond. And the best response is to focus on becoming the best version of yourself, regardless of whether others approve or not. This theory isn't about ignoring feedback or shutting yourself off from the world. It's about understanding that not everyone will understand your journey. And that's okay. Your path is yours and theirs is theirs. The moment you stop seeking validation from others is the moment you start living authentically. Letting go of others' opinions doesn't mean you stop caring about people. It means you stop letting their judgments hold you back. It's about creating boundaries that protect your self-worth and recognizing that their opinions often say more about them than they do about you. People project their fears, insecurities, and limitations onto others. When you realize this, it becomes easier to let their negativity roll off your back. By embracing this mindset, you reclaim your focus and clarity. You stop trying to control things you can't, and instead channel that energy into things you can, like your growth, your dreams, and your happiness. The let them theory is a reminder that your worth isn't defined by anyone else. It's defined by the courage to stay true to yourself, no matter what others think. Setting clear personal goals is one of the most powerful ways to create direction and purpose in your life. Goals act as a compass, giving you something to aim for and a reason to keep moving forward. Without them, it's easy to feel lost or stuck, drifting through life without any real sense of progress. But when you set goals that are deeply personal, goals that reflect your true desires and aspirations, you give yourself a roadmap for growth. You create a vision of the future that's worth working toward. Personal goals are different from the expectations others place on you. They come from within, fueled by your passions, dreams, and values. When your goals align with who you truly are, they become a source of intrinsic motivation. You're not chasing them to impress anyone or gain approval. You're chasing them because they matter to you. And that kind of motivation is powerful. It keeps you going even when the path gets hard, because you're not just working toward an external reward, you're building a life that feels meaningful. One of the most effective ways to stay motivated while pursuing your goals is to focus on personal records. This means competing with yourself instead of comparing yourself to others. It's easy to look at someone else's success and feel like you're not doing enough. But comparison is a trap. It distracts you from your own journey and robs you of the joy that comes from seeing your progress. When you focus on personal records, you shift your mindset. It's no longer about being better than someone else, it's about being better than you were yesterday. Tracking your personal records gives you tangible proof of your growth. It shows you how far you've come and reminds you that progress, no matter how small, is still progress. Whether it's lifting a heavier weight, running a faster mile, or mastering a new skill, every achievement builds momentum. Each small win fuels your confidence and motivates you to keep going. It's a cycle of growth that starts with setting clear goals, and you challenge yourself to reach new heights. Focusing on personal records also helps you stay grounded in the present. Instead of constantly looking at how much further you have to go, you're able to celebrate where you are right now. You learn to appreciate the process of growth instead of just the end result. And when you embrace the process, you're less likely to feel overwhelmed or discouraged. You start to see every effort as a step forward, even if it's not perfect. Setting clear goals and focusing on personal records isn't just about achieving milestones, it's about building a mindset of growth and resilience. It's about proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. And the more you challenge yourself, the more you realize that the only limits are the ones you place on yourself. When you focus on your own path and measure your progress against your personal best, you unlock a sense of purpose and fulfillment that no one else can give you. Obstacles are an unavoidable part of life. They come in many forms: challenges, setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. But they are not the enemy. In fact, they are the very thing that forces us to grow, adapt, and become stronger. Without obstacles, there is no progress. Without struggle, there is no strength. It's easy to wish for a smooth path, but the truth is, it's the rough terrain that shapes who we are. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to learn more about yourself and discover the depth of your resilience. Facing obstacles requires courage. It demands that you step into discomfort and confront the parts of your journey that are messy, uncertain, or painful. But this is where growth happens. Mel Robbins emphasizes that pain is not something to avoid, it's something to embrace. She explains that discomfort is a sign you're doing something meaningful, that you're pushing beyond your limits and challenging yourself to rise above what you thought was possible. Growth doesn't happen when things are easy. It happens when you stretch yourself in ways that feel difficult. Robbins often reminds us that avoiding obstacles only prolongs the pain. When you hide from challenges or delay facing them, they don't disappear, they grow. But when you face them head on, you take back your power. You may not be able to control the obstacle itself, but you can control how you respond to it. And in that response lies your strength. The act of facing difficulties teaches you resilience, problem solving, and determination, qualities you can carry with you long after the obstacle is gone. Pain, as Robbins puts it, is a signal that you're alive. It's proof that you care deeply about something and that you're putting in the effort to make it happen. Pain is not a punishment, it's a teacher. It forces you to confront your fears, your doubts, and the stories you tell yourself about what you can and cannot do. When you embrace the pain of growth, you stop seeing it as something to fear and start seeing it as part of the process. Overcoming obstacles also builds confidence. Every time you tackle a challenge, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. You begin to trust yourself in a way that no external validation can provide. It's not about never failing, it's about learning how to get back up when you do. Robbins often says that failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of success. Each failure is a stepping stone that brings you closer to where you want to be. The necessity of facing obstacles isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about becoming the kind of person who doesn't shy away from challenges. It's about developing the mental toughness and emotional strength to keep going, even when the road gets hard. Robbins' perspective reminds us that embracing pain and discomfort is the price we pay for a life of meaning and growth. It's through the struggle that we uncover our true potential. Consistency is the secret ingredient to achieving anything worthwhile in life. It's not about making giant leaps or having bursts of motivation. True success comes from the small, daily actions that accumulate over time. It's easy to get excited about a new goal or dream, but maintaining that drive and putting in the work day after day is what separates those who achieve from those who fall short. Consistency builds habits, and habits build success. Without it, dreams remain just that, dreams. When you stay consistent, you create a rhythm that pushes you forward, even when you don't feel like it. The key is not to expect instant results, but to trust that every action, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Consistency allows you to make progress even on days when your energy is low or when you feel discouraged. It's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about showing up day after day regardless of how you feel. There's a powerful message from a New York City conductor that beautifully illustrates the importance of consistency. He talks about how, as a conductor, he never looks for an easy path to success. Instead, he believes in showing up every single day and doing the work, regardless of the obstacles that may come his way. He emphasizes that progress isn't about waiting for the right moment or relying on motivation alone. It's about pushing through, even when it's tough, because the process of showing up every day is what builds mastery. This conductor's message is simple yet profound. He understands that consistency is more than just repetition, it's a commitment to the journey, no matter how long it takes. Dreams are not achieved overnight, they're realized through consistent effort and unwavering determination. The process of showing up every day, even when no one is watching, is what ultimately separates those who succeed from those who give up too soon. The conductor also shares how consistency builds trust in yourself. When you make a habit of showing up, you start to believe in your own ability to keep going. It's about proving to yourself that you can do what you set out to do, even when it's hard. Each small step, each consistent action, builds your self-confidence and reinforces the belief that you can achieve anything. Staying consistent is not always easy, but it's the most reliable path to turning your dreams into reality. It's easy to get distracted by shiny new opportunities or to fall off track when life gets tough, but the key is to keep moving forward, one step at a time. The Night Conductor's message reminds us that success is not a result of a single grand effort. It's the result of daily discipline and the ability to show up no matter what. Each day of consistency brings you closer to your dream, and each step along the way strengthens your belief in yourself. Comparing yourself to others is one of the most common traps that people fall into. Yet it is one of the most damaging to personal growth. It often starts innocently. Maybe you see someone achieving something you want or living a life you admire. But before long, this comparison begins to take a toll on your confidence and your sense of self-worth. You start measuring your progress against someone else's timeline, judging your journey based on their achievements. This is dangerous because it diverts your attention from what truly matters, your own growth. When you constantly compare yourself to others, you forget that their journey is unique to them, just as your journey is unique to you. People's paths are shaped by a multitude of factors: timing, resources, opportunities, and even luck that you may not be privy to. What works for one person may not work for another. By comparing your progress to theirs, you fail to acknowledge the individuality of your own experience. It creates unnecessary pressure and often leads to feelings of inadequacy or frustration. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on personal progress. Celebrate the small victories along the way, and recognize that your progress is just as important as anyone else's. The only competition that truly matters is with yourself. How much have you grown? How much further have you come from where you started? These are the questions that should fuel your motivation, not whether someone else is ahead of you. Every individual has their own pace, and that's perfectly okay. Some may reach their goals faster, while others may take longer. But the key is to stay committed to your own path. Acknowledge how far you've come, even if it's not where you want to be yet. Every step forward is progress, and it is worth celebrating. When you focus on your own milestones, you begin to measure success in a healthier, more sustainable way. Focusing on personal progress allows you to stay grounded in the present. It shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you open yourself up to the possibility of enjoying your journey and appreciating the lessons learned along the way. Instead of resenting your current position, you start to see it as a part of your story necessary for the next chapter. Your milestones, no matter how small, are meaningful. Perhaps it's hitting a new personal best in the gym, achieving a goal you set months ago, or simply gaining more clarity about what you want from life. These are the moments that define your progress. They are proof that you are moving forward, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Comparing yourself to others only serves to distract you from your own progress and achievements. It takes your focus away from the things that matter most: the growth, the lessons, and the hard work that you put in every day. By embracing your own journey and focusing on your personal milestones, you can free yourself from the comparison trap. You begin to see that your worth is not determined by where others are, but by how much you've grown and how much further you can go. Small achievements often go unnoticed, yet they are the very foundation of larger success. Too often people focus solely on the end goal, the big, shiny prize, and forget that every major accomplishment is built on countless small steps. Recognizing and celebrating these smaller victories is crucial, because they provide the motivation and momentum needed to keep going. Each time you acknowledge a small achievement, you reinforce the habit of progress and remind yourself that you are capable of more. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that success only counts if it's big or dramatic, but this mindset can be discouraging. When you set out to achieve a major goal, it can seem overwhelming. The distance between where you are now and where you want to be can feel vast. And if you only focus on the end result, it can be easy to lose sight of your progress. That's why celebrating small wins is essential. They serve as proof that you're on the right path, providing a sense of accomplishment that fuels your continued effort. Celebrating small achievements builds a sense of momentum. When you take the time to recognize your progress, no matter how minor it may seem, you create a positive feedback loop. Every victory, no matter how small, gives you a sense of pride and motivation to continue. This, in turn, leads to more effort and more progress. Each small win acts as a stepping stone that brings you closer to your ultimate goal. The more you celebrate these moments, the more likely you are to keep going. It's about building a habit of progress and reinforcing the idea that every step forward counts. When you acknowledge small wins, you also build confidence. It's easy to doubt yourself when the bigger goal feels far away. But when you celebrate the small things, you start to see evidence of your abilities. You realize that you are capable of achieving things, no matter how small they may seem in the moment. This self-recognition helps combat negative self-talk and reminds you that you have what it takes to succeed. The more you celebrate your achievements, the more your belief in yourself grows. The power of small achievements lies in their ability to make the journey feel less daunting. When you break down a large goal into smaller, more manageable tasks, it becomes easier to stay focused and motivated. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the distance between where you are and where you want to be, you can focus on the next step, knowing that every small win gets you one step closer. This approach reduces the pressure and helps you stay committed to your path. In addition to building momentum, celebrating small achievements keeps you connected to your why. The process of acknowledging progress reminds you why you started in the first place. It helps you maintain clarity and focus even when the journey feels long. These celebrations provide a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment, making it easier to stay on course and avoid burnout. They act as checkpoints along the way, reminding you that you are moving forward and that your efforts are worthwhile. By celebrating small achievements, you create a mindset of success and accomplishment. You see progress as a journey, not just a destination. And with each small win, you're building the momentum needed to achieve the larger goals that lie ahead. The people you surround yourself with can have a profound impact on your success and personal growth. Whether it's family, friends, mentors, or colleagues, the right support system can be the difference between achieving your dreams or giving up along the way. A positive and encouraging environment fosters motivation, provides guidance during tough times, and helps you stay focused on your goals. When you have people who believe in you and your vision, it becomes easier to keep pushing forward even when the road gets difficult. Surrounding yourself with supportive individuals is more than just having cheerleaders. It's about having people who genuinely want to see you succeed, who challenge you to be your best, and who are there when you need a hand or a word of encouragement. The energy of those around you can elevate your own energy. When you are surrounded by positivity, it becomes easier to stay optimistic and focused. On the other hand, being around negative individuals or those who constantly doubt your potential can drain your motivation and make it harder to stay on track. A supportive environment doesn't just offer emotional support, but practical help as well. Whether it's offering advice, sharing opportunities, or simply listening when you need to talk, these individuals contribute to your growth in meaningful ways. They can offer fresh perspectives, solutions to problems you might be stuck on, or just a word of encouragement when you feel down. This kind of support allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that you're not alone on your journey. The impact of a positive environment can be seen in countless success stories. For example, many successful entrepreneurs often speak about the importance of having a strong support system. They talk about how mentors, business partners, and a network of like-minded individuals help them grow their ideas and overcome obstacles. The collaboration, trust, and encouragement from those around them provided the foundation they needed to take risks, innovate, and keep moving forward, even when faced with setbacks. In another example, athletes often emphasize the role of their coaches, teammates, and family in their success. A positive team dynamic can help athletes push through their limits and stay motivated, both in training and competition. The encouragement and belief from others make it easier to maintain focus and discipline, which are essential for reaching peak performance. Even in everyday life, the impact of a supportive environment is undeniable. Think about someone who is constantly working on personal goals, whether it's improving their fitness, learning a new skill, or working towards a career advancement. When they are surrounded by people who encourage their growth and celebrate their successes, they are more likely to stay committed to their goals. These individuals serve as reminders that success is not only about hard work, but also about having the right people in your corner who lift you up when you need it most. In contrast, being around negative or unsupportive individuals can have the opposite effect. The criticism, doubts, and lack of encouragement can make it difficult to believe in yourself or stay motivated. Negative energy can weigh you down, making it harder to move forward and stay focused on your goals. That's why choosing your environment wisely is crucial for your success. The significance of surrounding yourself with supportive people cannot be overstated. A positive environment not only boosts your confidence, but also provides the resources, encouragement, and motivation you need to keep pushing toward your goals. It's not just about having people to celebrate your victories, but also having those who will stand by you through the challenges, reminding you that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. In conclusion, focusing on yourself and your dreams is the key to unlocking your fullest potential. By believing in your abilities, setting clear goals, and surrounding yourself with supportive people, you create an environment where success becomes inevitable. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the small victories, and never let the opinions of others deter you from your path. Remember, your dreams are worth the effort. And with consistency, action, and a positive mindset, you can do anything you set your mind to. Now is the time to take action. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today by setting small, meaningful goals and watch as you build momentum toward your larger dreams. Surround yourself with those who lift you up and believe in your vision. The power is in your hands to shape your future. If you found this video inspiring, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more motivational content. Stay focused, stay driven, and keep moving forward. Your dreams are waiting for you.